Hi, hello, welcome to a new reading vlog. It's actually Wednesday. I was a bit late getting onto this vlog, but I'm deciding in advance, unlike the past couple of times I've combined vlogs. Today we're doing it on purpose. I know Christmas is going to be busy and I'm not going to be dedicating a lot of time to vlogging because I'm going to be doing family stuff. Like I might get some footage here and there, but it's not going to be a priority for me. So we're comboing in these last 2 weeks of ClearUrSht together. I don't know if I mentioned in the last vlog, but so when I planned to make ClearUrSht TBR, I had this super lofty goal of completing 4 books per prompt, which is like way out of the realm of possible, and it's not been. Some of them I've got to 4 already, some are going to be at 3 by the end. My goal is to try and get all of them to 2, and even that's pushing it. But all the books that are on my TBR I'm going to finish before I do anything else in the last bit of December after the readathon's over and into January, which may screw me up in the long term, but that is my plan. I'm running out of battery, so I'm going to charge this. But yeah, that's me checking in. I finished Cute Mutants last night. Really enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 4 stars because I do think there's like some problems with writing pacing in this book. Like there are a few moments where I had to like double check something serious happened and I was like, no, wait, really? But the characters and the humor and the plot are just great. So loved it, had a good time. Definitely going to be continuing this series seeing as I already have them on my Kindle. But I'm working on Her Christmas Cookie, which is a little erotica novella, which we're reading for the Polyamory Plot Hole Book Club. And I'm also going to start Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno today, which is a short YA contemporary fabulist kind of book. So that's my plan. I'm also like slightly more than halfway through Daughter of the Burning City on audiobook. So my battery's going to die, but that's it. That's the update. Hi. Welcome. Hi, it's a Friday. I finished Summer of Soul last night by Katrina Leno. Why do my brain blank that so badly? I loved this. I thought it was so well constructed. It felt so complete and whole even though it's such a short story. It was only 250 pages, but I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It's really good. If I didn't tell you what it's about, it's because I didn't really know what it was about until I read it. But basically we're following a girl and her twin sister who live on this little island that's very insular, and their family has these small magics, I guess, and her sister floats off the ground, like floats, and she has no magic, but there's like a thing in their family that everyone gains their magic by like their 18th birthday, and their 18th birthday is approaching and she's a bit panicky about it. And they're also leaving the island, or planning to leave the island for like their like Rumspringa, because like no one leaves the island except they're gonna go for a bit and then come back. It's because it's so insular. And they also have this rare bird that's like one of its kind that comes to the island every summer, and that brings a lot of tourists because they're all like bird people. But this year the bird is late and things are thrown into chaos. This is just so good. 5 stars. Loved it. What is happening with these little hairs up here? Lay flat. I'm gonna sort something out. I also started 12 Spankings from a Secret Santa today, yesterday, which is the second novella that we're reading for the Polyamory Plot Hole. I've already finished Her Christmas Cookie by Katrina Jackson. I gave that one 3 stars. I enjoyed it. I do feel like I might have gotten a little bit more from it if I'd read the rest of the series before, but it did stand alone pretty well. And I think I gave it 4 stars. It was like 3.5. I really liked its discussion of like different family styles. Really had a good time. 12 Spankings, I'm like halfway through, and this is like perfect example of like I feel like I'm not qualified to speak on, because I know nothing about domestic discipline or BDSM lifestyles and any deep, like only what I've absorbed through media. I'm really interested to hear KJ's take, because I don't know if she has much experience with domestic discipline either, but I know she's worked in the BDSM space and like done stuff in that space before. So I'm really interested to hear her take, but it's very strange to me because the BDSM side I can understand. The domestic discipline side is like way above my head, and I'm like, but it's fun. It's a very campy little short story or novella. Like the characters are all like based in Santa names, like Nicholas Saint, Peter Cole, name's Martha Goodcheer. Like, it's so cheesy. And the men co-run a like a company that makes sex toys, like a Santa's workshop, you know. It's so cheesy, but I'm enjoying it. It's really fun. Like, I'm about halfway through. Today I'm gonna start Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, which I'm reading from my library on the library app. Borrow Box is the place to be, which I feel like it might be exclusively Australian, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna be reading Local Woman Missing there, and I'm really excited about this. I think I'm gonna like it. I haven't read a thriller in a while, but I do enjoy them when I read them. They just struggle to appeal to me on the jacket, so can only like some extra prompting. But Kayla from Books and Lala said this one was really good, so I'm gonna try it. Hi, hello, it's Sunday. Yesterday was a total write-off. What did I do? I had a busy morning. I was kind of running some errands and like had some work I had to do to get some things ready for a big like email drop. So that's some work I had to get done, and I wrapped presents, and then suddenly my butt muscle just on one side started spasming and hurting so bad. I don't know what was going on. I did have my booster Friday afternoon, so it might be related to that. It's feeling a lot better now, but literally for hours I was in so much pain. I couldn't walk without like limping because it was sending shooting like pain up my leg and into my butt. It still hurts a little bit, but like only if I step the wrong way now. And if I am careful with it, it's fine. Which is good because I have a wedding to go to tomorrow. So I read like 20 pages all day yesterday. Just didn't happen. Today I've been to the shops to get a few things. Like I needed a new bag for the wedding. And just a couple of other little errands I had to run. And while I was out and about, I listened to about 50 pages of Armistice, which got me at about like 150 pages, which is the audiobook I was working on, and I really was not feeling it. The first book too, both of them were really like hard to see the threads of how things, like where the plot was trying to go, and it was my main fault with the first one, but then I enjoyed the way it came together at the end. But I was hoping that book 2 I would understand where it was going. That was not the case. I just felt so confused, and because I was listening to it on audiobook, that was even more so. So I just gave up on that one. I've DNF'd it, which kind of works well because I will not have time to listen to an audiobook like for the rest of the year. So it lines up really, really well. I'm currently this afternoon finishing Local Woman Missing, which is my current read. I'm also still in the middle of 12 Spankings from a Secret Santa, which I'm hoping to finish both today. And then my next read is The One Impossible Labyrinth by Matthew Riley, which I've already taken the dust jacket off. I'm so ready for this. I'm hopeful to, if I can't start it tonight, I'll start it tomorrow morning and take it with me to the hotel and stuff if there's any downtime. Otherwise I'll be finishing it Tuesday. But I can't imagine it will take me long because work's pretty much over. I have like one extra thing to do tomorrow morning, which won't take me long. And I've just got a lot I should have some time. So yeah, that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna sit down and try and finish like A Woman Missing. I've got like, oh, way 200 pages, but it's been really fast paced, so we'll see. I'm kind of also editing my November wrap up. Actually, I'm done editing. It just finished exporting, but I'll still have to do a thumbnail and actually upload it. Yes, it's like the 19th. What of it? What of it? So don't come for me. Hi. Hello, it's Wednesday. It's been a while since I updated you. Ugh. Did I talk to you on the weekend? Did I tell you about my leg cramped and all my butt cramped and all butt cramps? I think I did. We were going to the wedding, I think, when I talked to you last, which was Monday, and it was great. I got my hair professionally done and my makeup done, so did Jessie. We made it in time to the venue, which was a close call because we got stuck in traffic. And it was a beautiful night. I had a lot of fun. We danced a lot, got a bit drunk. And then I stayed the night, came home the next day, and then yesterday I didn't do much. I did finish a couple of books. I finished A Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, which blew my mind. Blew my mind. I don't read thrillers often. And so, like, I think it's a well understood thing that once you've read a lot of thrillers, the tropes kind of end up repeating themselves and you get like better able to predict what's going on and things are less surprising, less mind-blowing, etc, etc. But I don't read thrillers that often, and this was wild. I had no idea what was going on. Like, I never predicted where it ended up going. And as things were being revealed, I was like, whoa. Yeah, it was a wild ride. I also finished 12 Spankings from a Secret Santa, which I ended up giving like 1 star. I didn't love this. I think the only thing I had going for it was this polyamory, to be honest. And maybe it's because I just really don't understand. Like, this was labeled as a BDSM story, and the BDSM side of it was fine. It was the domestic discipline side of it that I couldn't get my head around. I didn't like it. It felt iffy to me. I don't like, obviously, like, people do that. It's fine. What consent, I guess, but like, it just felt dubious consensual to me, at least how it was portrayed in the story, and I couldn't get on board. I didn't love it. It was very cheesy in setup regardless, and then yeah, it was just, I just couldn't get on board. I'm a bit tomatoey. I think I got a little bit sunburned, just a tad. It was quite warm in the car the other day. Yeah, I didn't love it. Gave it 1 star, but I finished it. We will probably be talking about that in a live show at some point. So polyamory plot hole, but we are taking a little break from live shows, so we'll see. I then last night started The Taking of Jake Livingston. I'm like 25 pages in. But it's now like just after dinner, and I'm going to try and read most of this tonight if I can. We will see. Otherwise I'm taking it with me to my parents tomorrow. I brushed out and detangled and washed my hair today after I had all the product and teasing and stuff in it from the wedding. And I went out for lunch with some workmates. We did my housework, which I'm about to go put out some more washing. So we have close today tomorrow. And yeah, Jessie and I are going to Mum and Dad's tomorrow. I'll try and get a bit more footage of that. I intentionally didn't take footage of the wedding because it was a pretty technology-free wedding. And also, that's someone else's wedding, not my wedding. I'm not going to share that with you. But I'll try and get footage when we were at Mum and Dad's. We're taking a rapid test tonight just to check, seeing as we have the wedding, that we're COVID-free. And then, yeah, heading to Mum and Dad's first thing in the morning. And yeah, that's the plan. Hi. Hello, welcome to the wrap up of this vlog. I said I was going to keep you updated, but you know, I never do anything I say I'm going to do. So this is way late. The readathon has ended. It is Tuesday the 28th. Yeah. We just got home from Mum and Dad's. I just didn't get my camera out the whole time I was there, to be fair. I was having a great time. Just spend time with my family and my Jessie, and I got home. What did I do while I was there? I finished The Taking of Jake Livingston, which was my first prompt for the final boss battle, and it ended up being the only one I finished during the readathon period. And I gave this 3 stars, but it's more like a 2.5. Something about the writing style in this just really didn't work for me. Plot wise, it should have worked with it really well. Just wash my hair, but it just didn't land for me for some reason, and I just couldn't get into it. So I am instead, yeah, I'm giving it 2.5 stars. Then I read all of the One Impossible Labyrinth in like 2 days, which is the Matthew Riley book, which was going for the first prompt because someone dies, which obviously people died in this. I knew that. I was not expecting anything less from this series. And I loved it. It was a really good conclusion to the series. I do think the continuation of this series, like books 4, 5, 6, and 7, are not as good as the original 3. But they're all really solid and they're really fun, and I was emotionally invested, and there were lots of moments I was like gasping out loud. So there's that. And since then I've been working on The Death of Jane Lawrence, but really, like, I didn't get much time. We've travelled all day today, and I didn't get much reading time yesterday. We ended up playing a bunch of games instead. So I'm only like 50 pages in, but I'm hoping to get a decent chunk into this tonight. My mum also made me this beautiful, if I can hold my book open, this beautiful crocheted bookmark that she handmade. So I'm obsessed with that. I am just gonna finalize my little readathon sheet, which I've been posting on Twitter. So if you go over there, you can see where I was at the end of the readathon, and then I'm gonna like fade out all the books that I finished during the readathon and then fill them in as I complete the rest of the prompts over the rest of the books that were on my TBR over the next, hopefully, month, but it might be 2 months. Yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. So keep an eye out for that. But that's my ClearUrSht vlog. Bit uneventful. I did not get to where I was aiming for. I didn't show you any cool fun stuff I did while I was away. But that's how it is sometimes. I have a cool new idea for my January TBR, which you will be seeing very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to get around to editing this video, but it should be before the TBR comes out. So keep an eye out for that. I'm very, very excited about it. And yeah. I'll see you in the new year. Bye!